This is professional radio, gentlemen.
And it's front-wheel drive.
Scotty, have you got anyone you want to thank?
Just myself.
And now we do the after hours. Dun, dun, dun.
Gentlemen, what would you go for?
Tastier Sandero.
Okay, and because it's not a supercar.
But it is.
It's not.
Automotive perfection comes in the form of two letters, A and U.
Long live my LTD.
Welcome to Car Talk. It's Tuesday night here on 90.9 Northwest FM. It's me, Matty J, online with Mr. Jim Barlow, Mr. David Prince, Mr. Rob Zadai, Mr. Chad the Bell, Mr. Alan Deep Singh, and Mr. Scotty Doe Johnson. Full house, gentlemen. How are you going?
Wow. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Good to see you, your faces. Good to see you, Rob. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's good to see you going well. How was your trip, Rob?
The trip was very good, very hot. 38, 39 degree days every day for 2 and a bit weeks, 3 weeks, basically.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's pretty full on.
Full on, yeah. Real hot. And that's probably why I probably end up getting pretty crook being in air conditioning on the last few days and then catching an aeroplane back. I caught a pretty bad virus and sick for a week and a half. So, but I'm back into it.
Besides the sickness, how was the trip?
It was an experience.
What happened? Tell us. Keen to hear.
Well, how could I explain it? You think Vietnam is a little, underdeveloped and their road systems aren't anywhere near as they should be and whatnot. But when you get into Laos, the Vietnamese roads are like a luxury.
Wow.
They're all sealed. Very, very few potholes. Yes, there's a lot of traffic and in places and whatnot. But Laos is another level. Their main highways are like our, Dargo back road to, somewhere up to Blue Rag or something like that. One of our 4-wheel drive tracks. That's how bad it is. And that's their main highway, and it's potholed out and there's trucks and there's bull dust and there's bikes, 4-wheel drives everywhere. It's just crazy. And the bull dust is like next level. It's like going through the outback, right? And basically you can't see anything in front of you at all. So when you get to a truck, you just have to stop.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's amazing. The dust that we had to clean off our the 4-wheel drive, our escort vehicle every day was just phenomenal. I had I'd say 4 or 5 inches of dust on the running boards.
Wow.
And when you hit the dust, it's like hitting water. It's
really
talcum powder. It feels like you're actually flowing through water. There's that much dust. It's so fine. It's unexplainable. It really is. So when you do see a river or a lake and that, you're glad to see a bit of water to get yourself wet a bit. So,
is this your third time to Vietnam?
Well, we didn't spend all that much time in Vietnam this time.
Okay.
It was pretty much 2 weeks in Laos.
Okay.
And we spent a couple of days on either side of that in Vietnam.
Oh, right. Okay.
So most of it was spent in Laos. The people are fantastic. The food's great. Very poor country. But in saying that, there seems to be a bit of development going on. Australian company. I saw Linfox trucks, believe it or not, on the road. Oh,
really?
Yeah, in Laos.
You didn't see any Chad's deliveries trucks or
no Chad delivery trucks, but Linfox trucks I did. Yeah.
Chad,
So strange.
I thought you're international now, mate.
Yeah, well, not yet apparently.
Not yet. But and then there is a lot of industry there. I suppose trying to get into their resources. There's open cut mines, rubber tree plantations, a lot of paper mills, stuff like that. All I suppose trying to sort of build their country. But it's a very poor country. Very poor country. People are friendly as. For some reason, you get ripped with your exchange rates because their currency is stronger than the Vietnamese currency. There's only 8 million people, I think, in Laos. Their currency is stronger, but when you go to exchange their currency back into Vietnamese in Vietnam give you half the amount back.
Oh.
So, yeah, they rip you off. You just get ripped. Yeah. But look, the beers are good. They're cheap. and you drink plenty of beer after riding 8-9 hour days. You're looking forward to a nice cold drink, and so it's good.
All right. So best parts about the trip, Rob. Tell us what the best bits were.
Sitting by the river and watching the people, eating and socializing by the river on a hot night. And you can just sit there and your drinks keep on coming. But then they celebrated their new year. It's called the Water Festival for 3 days straight. And every time you ride through or go through a town or stop at a town, they cover you with flour on your face, splash you with water. They tie wristbands on your wrist for good luck.
That's awesome.
It was phenomenal. It was one of the best parts of the trip is the celebration for 3 days straight. And all the young kids are out, dancing and music going until about 11 at night. And then they respect, they'll shut everything down. And the next day they'll be out there having water fights, cars passing each other on backs of utes, full of people. Like the utes are packed with people, splashing each other with water up and down streets. And it's crazy, absolutely crazy. It would have
been a pretty surreal moment to see that sort of stuff. Like that's pretty incredible to see it, to witness, a different country's New Year's celebrations and I guess being amongst it and seeing how happy they are and it just would have. I'm getting chills thinking about it. Like that's really.
It's amazing, and some of the roads, they're so worn away. The bridges are washed away from their wet season and whatnot. But what came across in several places. Them trying to convert Corollas into rally cars, and they're absolutely trashed. And there's Camrys and Corollas, trash. There's potholes in the road like 2 foot deep. Suspension's there's no suspension on these cars whatsoever. They're all gone, right? But they still keep on driving these cars around. It's like, wow, even the brand new cars, you go, how do they survive? These potholes? How do they survive the roads? Because I got 2 flat tires just hitting potholes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and they're sharp, like they're pretty bad potholes. And then you hit ruts on the roads, which is covered in bull dust, and you can't see the ruts, and all of a sudden, dust everywhere, and you'll just crash. You end up on the ground. You go, how did I get here? Why am I on the ground? So you have
How many times did you come off?
I came off once riding along the road, once through a little sort of technical track, and dropped it once. So about 3 times, but nothing gnarly like, at high speed or anything like that. It's just stupid little mistakes, getting tired, getting hot.
Yep.
Yeah, so you just have to pace yourself and just take it real easy. Look ahead. And when you see dust, stop. Wait for the dust to clear and then go again. Because if you try going through it, as we all found out, we all kamikatsu.
Yeah.
So, we come across some French guys on Royal Enfields. They were traveling from Cambodia across. Very friendly people. Met a couple of Indian blokes, working engineers, electrical and civil engineers. And they even invited me back. When they go, well, when you're back, you can ride my Royal Enfield when you're back in India, if you ever come to India to see me. So he's giving me his details. It's just fantastic. Like the people, everyone's just out there to have a good time and enjoy. But the devastation, the wars that that they've come across over the years, and the bomb craters and the torpedo, like the missiles and all the stuff that was left behind from the Americans, and when the North and South had their fights, because we followed a Ho Chi Minh Trail all the way from south to north through Laos all the way up.
Oh, wow.
So, and there's various entry points from the mountains across to Vietnam and back again. So we sort of skirted along the Vietnamese border, but all of it spent in Laos. Yeah, so it was fantastic. The scenery is nice. It's more outback stuff like you'd see here in the outback. It's arid, dry. Yeah, it's, again, dusty. Again, people, the kids are so much, and the people, everyone's just really happy to see people there. Like, we came into one village, stopped there by the river. There's a huge bamboo bridge crossing the river as long as bamboo bridge in the country. And I said to the tour guide, I said, his name's Hay. I said, we've got to stop here. We're going to go for a swim, no matter what. We've had enough. So we all just stopped for about an hour and just jumped in the water and swam. So that was.
Hang on, let's just go back a little bit. The largest bamboo bridge in the world?
No, in the country.
Only in the country.
In the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's in the world, but every year, from what I'm told, gets washed away in the wet season.
I'm guessing bridges aren't usually made of bamboo. That was my point.
It was just amazing. But the people, the extremities. There's a place called the Plain of Pots, and it was basically established 500 BC. And it used to be an ancient burial ground, and they actually made these huge pots, and they used to actually put the ashes of the families in there once they pass. But it was devastating. It was actually, how can I say it, basically trashed by the Americans. I don't know if you can see that, but there's bomb craters and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just amazing. And again, there's that huge, all the poor people have got their little plow, like a tractor, with an auxiliary, what do they call them, output, where they can do ploughing and all that sort of stuff. But they actually attach a trailer onto it, and that's how they carry their families around into town.
Wow.
So all the people pack onto these little tractors. So there's that extreme, and then the other extreme is everyone's driving brand new Ranger Raptors.
Yeah, well.
Wow.
It's like there's the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
And it's extreme. You can see it. So it's just amazing. It really is. But if you ever get a chance to experience it, I recommend it.
Would you do it again?
In a different way, yeah.
Okay.
I'd maybe do the Mekong River tour in luxury, and then get off at certain ports and just, and enjoy it. Then again, boat trips aren't very good, especially these days, people getting all sorts of viruses.
Yeah.
So it's a bit scary.
No, it sounds like you've had an awesome trip. I know you mentioned the last couple of trips you went on the bikes, Rob, but this one seems like it was pretty much next level. So that's really
well. Hay's got a whole lot of brand new bikes. The tour guide, he's got these Honda 300s now. We're on Honda CRF 250s, and they just keep on going and going. And one had a cam chain started to rattle, a cam chain tensioner to go on it. So on the side of the road, the mechanic pulled it all apart and put a new cam chain tensioner on it, and off we went again. But he's got brand new bikes now. So if you guys ever learn how to ride, we can go on
I can ride.
A short trip.
Yeah, I'd be down for a short trip. That is the tones of Edward Bunting, who has also joined us. How are you, Edward?
Yeah, g'day, boys. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, good to see you. Rob was just filling us in on his incredible trip to Laos and to what's it called, Vietnam. So yeah, it seems like it was a really, really cool trip. But we're up to car updates, so let's crack on, gentlemen, before we get into talk about Sakura Picnic. Actually, I'll start with you, Ed, because you're at the bottom of my screen. We'll start with you, Ed. Updates with you.
I've got a Toyota Vienta for sale. I took that to Sakura Picnic. Had a little bit of interest online thus far. A few offers sort of coming in, not quite where I want them to be. What else have I done? The Falcon, that's going to get a thermostat. It's going to get, this is the Ute, not the sedan. It's going to get
just need to be more specific.
The Falcon, there's a fleet of them. Going to get new oxy sensors, pre-cat and post-catalytic converter, because the engine light is coming on and we think that it's that based on the codes. I'm going to go tomorrow to Vic Roads and order restyled number plates, which of course you can do online, but when it's in a company name, it won't actually let you put the company name online. It wants a license number and a first name and a last name. So I think that's a bit of a flaw in that system. I'm not sure why they don't give you that option. Anyway.
Considering all the Linfox ones are Linfox 1, Linfox 2.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm sure they're in a company name. So I'm going to order the black and white plates with the Ford logo in the middle. So it's the same plate, just restyled with the little Ford branding on it. I thought that was a nice touch. Um, what else? Matt and I are talking about some wheels for that car that are potentially going to bling it up a bit. So I haven't got them yet, but we're getting closer to that.
People are talking to my people.
Yeah, Matt's brokering a deal on that. What else? I've booked in both Falcons to get the gas tanks re-stamped, which is not mega cheap. The sedan's a bit cheap because it's a single tank, I believe. So that's like $550 or something. The Utes like $650 because it's twin tanks and they've got to be pulled out to be re-pressure tested and stamped, put back in again, which is only once every 10 years. So, all these things, whilst it's great on fuel and cheap to run, I'm getting probably more involved with it than I should be. And that negates any fuel saving I think that I was ever going to have. So
I think you're enjoying it too. As I said, you're in your
I'm
bag.
enjoying it too much. I'm going to have to drive this a lot to recoup the money that I'm tipping into it. What do you do? I was thinking on the plane. I just literally flew back in from Adelaide. Then I was thinking on the plane. Otherwise, what's life's for? You sit in a stainless steel room, you don't do anything, and you're bored. You sit on a few $1,000s pile of money, and you go, what do I do with my life? Nothing. Died with some money. So you're much better off buying cars, I think.
Absolutely,
much better.
I don't think there's any other updates. Oh, the Volvo is online. That's a little XC40 that I bought. That's actually Belgium built. I think you told me that, David. It's not. It's not the later Chinese built ones. I don't know if there's any difference. I don't know if they got better or worse or still the same. But it's a 2018 Belgian built XC40 2-litre T5. And that goes really well. It's got a normal auto in it, not a CVT. It's that nice red metallic. And ironically, a lot of those are two-tone. They've got a black roof on them. Mine has a white roof. So it almost looks like an Australia Post delivery car, red with a white roof. I quite like it, but it's maybe not to everyone's taste. But that's got a lot of tech in it, that car. Everything is cameras are all around it and screens, and it's got the Harman Kardon and the heated seats and the keyless entry on the rear doors as well as on the front doors. So it's quite a nice spec. You're really not wanting for anything in that car. And I mean, that's online at sort of lower 20s drive away. I think it's quite a lot of car for the dollar. It's done 106 Ks, which is not crazy for the year. It's got a very good history. And I've talked to a few people about them since I got it, and they reckon they're okay. Like, they don't reckon they're a horrible, glitchy, nasty thing to own. So, yeah, maybe they're for Car Talk top tip. If you're in the mid-20s and under and you want a pretty modern little SUV that looks good, maybe a Volvo XC40 is a good thing. What else? I was out at Honda Australia during the week for a meeting about other things, and I just happened to say to the product planning team, now, let's talk pricing on the Super One electric hatch. And they were like, oh, of course they didn't tell me anything about pricing, but they said, oh, where do you think it should sit? And I said, 29,990, you'll have an absolute cult hit on your hands. I said, but keep it at the mid threes. I still think you'll have a bit of a cult hit on your hands.
Yeah.
I said, push it to high threes, low fours. People will buy other things.
Yeah.
That was my little snapshot. But I also said, as I mentioned to David during the week, don't undersell that's not just a cheap little EV. Like, that is a very, very practical package with the way the Magic seats work. I said, you guys invented those. Like, milk that. The fact that you can go flat in the back and it's really full, you can fit stuff in it, you can use the Magic seats. You've got a boost mode. Of course, it's fun. It's the first EV that's actually, I think, going to be genuinely fun to drive from a car person's perspective. And I said, look at Jimny. Jimny is true to its original, design brief. It's a ladder frame 4x4. It's a proper 4x4. But you got motorheads buying them who tricked them up to the max. And I said, go on a site called ozjimny.com and just look at the accessories you can get for that car. And then I said, the other buyer for a Jimny at the other end of the scale is someone who knows nothing about cars, and they literally just think it's cute. They're never going to go off-road. It's never going to be put in four-wheel drive at all. It's purely a city runabout. But I said, it doesn't matter. If you sell it, you sell it. And I think the Super One is almost that car. It'll appeal to motorheads, and it'll appeal to people who just think it's cute.
Mhm.
And it just happens to be a pure EV. You know, it's almost beside the point. I think that it's a pure EV. I think it's got more going for it than that. As we all know on this podcast through David's affinity with the N1.
Mm.
So that was my little 2 cents worth. Whether that resonates or does anything, I don't know. But
David, just checking with that. Is that the same chassis as your exact car, or is that a newer version of that?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Well, it's certainly before the Super one, there was an electric version of the N1,
yeah,
which doesn't have the wheel bumped out guards and stuff like that. So you can just buy a straight electric N1
Yeah.
in Japan, which is the N1.
I forget like
EN1 or something.
Yeah, I think it's the
Yeah,
E.
So it would be that platform. Now, I'm not sure how different it is changed. Obviously, there's a huge battery involved, or bigger battery than you would normally have in a normal N1. But yeah, I'm 90% sure it is the same platform, and that's one of its advantages is that they've got that car. They can make that car. They've amortized it over the cost of it over so many other cars.
And that's the argument we hope that's going to lean into them being able to price it, really keenly because, the N1 came out in 2012 or 2013. So
Yep.
this isn't a new car to Australia, but it's an old car worldwide.
Yeah.
So if all they've done is bung some sports seats in it, painted in some funky colors and widen the wheel arches, given it a little electronic boost mode, well, I mean, had that much R&D.
But do you reckon that it hurt its range and its reach for people if they realize, oh, it's actually kind of an older car?
I don't think that, no, because I don't think they know. They don't know any better.
No.
I don't think they're not in the circles that we're in. So I don't think they'd care. I think the fact that it is wider wheel arch and boost mode, it is different enough. We've never had that car in Australia. I don't think so. I don't think it would.
And interestingly, when the first gen came out in 2012, that actually ran for 8 years. Now, for a car to run for 8 years, basically unchanged, in America is nuts. I mean, I can't ever think of another car. Well, maybe the Pajero, but that was through, and the Lancer, maybe. But yeah, 8 years is a long time for a line to run in Japan. So, and then basically they released the upgraded car, which looked the same, except for the front and rear ends. But that was a new platform and a new interior.
I mean, look at the Fiat 500, the new Fiat 500. How many of those have they had? I don't even know, but there was certainly one that went for a long time.
Yes, true.
Absolutely.
So I think cutesy little retro car, well, you can get away with it. It's not needing to be updated in the same way as maybe a more conventional car. Anyway, I'll shut up. That's my car updates.
Scotty Doe.
Oh, me. So I'm not going to talk about the car show, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll leave that one, but that's where I went to on the weekend. Took the Blade, and then it decided to rain. I noticed I noticed a weird whining, whirring noise coming from the engine bay of the Blade. It happened a couple days early before going to the event, but then it went away, and then just as I was leaving the event, it started again.
I was going to say, Scott, was Ash in the car, or was it a crash or something?
Too funny. So got home, thought I'd just check it out. I already had a feeling of what it was going to be. Hooked everything up just so I could see if everything was working fine, which it was. Open the bonnet, unplug the alternator, and the sound completely goes away.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's the bearings or some crap that's inside it that's just starting to fail and getting the whirring, whining noise happening. It's a pain in the butt to do the job because you need to pretty much try and remove the front bumper, remove the wheel to get to remove radiator support, so then you can kind of pull the radiator forward, so then you can actually get the alternator out from the top. So I'm paying someone to do it for me.
Yep, that's fair. That's totally.
Yeah, I don't want to stuff around with that. So pay someone to do that for me. Hopefully, be able to do it. He says should be free Saturday or Sunday. To get that done. It's already sourced an alternator for me to go in it, so it's about $500-600, which is about right for one of those. And yeah, he'll slap it in for me, and Bob's your uncle.
Nice.
I'll be back on the road. I mean, I'm still driving at the moment. It's fine. It's still doing what it needs to do. It's just, yeah, it's on its way out. But it's a common thing with these 2GRs that usually every about 100,000 Ks, they just decide that the alternator's had enough. Some earlier than others. I've heard some people with the RAV4s that had the same engine in it having some problems with multiple alternators before those times.
Yeah.
And water pumps as well.
Well, it'll be on the mend. Be back in happy days and making some.
Nice and quiet again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just while we're on, Scott, or just finishing there, right? On the weekend at the said car event, Chad, you'll be interested in this. Scott presented me with a gift of something that I've been waiting a long time to get. What have you, Chad, not given me for a long time? And answer that cleanly, please.
Go on, unmute yourself.
What do you owe me, Chad?
Yes, I do owe you something.
What is it, Chad? And you're on mute.
Starts with D and ends in ATE.
That's right. But it's specific Majul dates. Majul. Scotty presented me with a bag of Majul.
Really?
A bag of Majul dates, which I've been thoroughly enjoying.
Been
I
munching on it.
couldn't believe what I was saying. He's like, what did you say, Scotty? I'm doing Chad's job or something like is.
He said he's going to the car to get a present, and I thought, oh, it'll be a model car of something that I own, you know. Bang, Majul dates. I've never been so regular.
He just cracked them open and started eating them. He's like,
people
immediately
around people like them.
Yep.
This is true. Just be careful though with the intake of them because you know it's very high in sugar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So delicious.
The brown rain.
Well, Scotty, where did you get them from?
Shop.
Yeah, as you normally do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. It's just
Scotty been cagey because he actually heisted them off a truck.
No, Chad heisted them off a truck.
Yes, Scotty's got a whole, you know, a big load of dates apparently that he's trying to get rid of.
It was a local shop, just in Sunbury that was next to the butcher. As I was saying on the day, it was just a place where I was really, really thirsty and I needed a drink. And in this spot where the butcher is, there's a whole bunch of shops, but pretty much no one sells liquids down there. There's just a whole bunch of nothing. And I just saw this one that just sells like, just bits and pieces of spices and groceries, you know, just like that. But it's just a small, just a nice little exotic one in there. So I thought, just go in there. They're going to have a drink.
Scotty, do they have charcoal barbecues outside, like those square metal ones, rectangular metal ones?
Mm.
No? Well, it's not an authentic store then.
It's not a northern suburbs tobacco shop.
No, then it'd be firebombed.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Chad, just the fact that Scott's given me Majul dates does not get you off the fact that you owe me Majul dates.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I still
just saying, I've got about 6 left, I reckon.
A load of Majuls.
I've got about 6 left, and I don't want to get all, you know, backed up.
This keeps up. We're going to be talking about diabetes with Edward Bunting, all right? So
I thought dates weren't that bad in sugar.
They
are
like 50% sugar, 50% fiber.
Yeah, right. Okay, I better.
At least you'll be regular. You might have diabetes.
Back the consumption then.
You'll be regular. Chad, updates with you, my friend.
Updates with me. So ended up doing a bunch of Magna stuff on the weekend. Had Matty come around, had Paul Gatt around, a couple of my other friends. So yeah, we ended up putting pretty much the whole car back together.
Awesome.
It was a big day. Unfortunately, we went to start the car. I mean, it started, but we couldn't get it into gear. So we're really scratching our heads trying to think like, what is it? Like we've replaced master cylinder. Sorry, well, I mean we installed a master cylinder, replaced the slave cylinder that was on the gearbox, new clutch, machine flywheel, pretty much everything that we can think of. Clutch pedal installed. It's it's a manual car now, essentially.
Describe what it's doing, Chad. When you push the clutch, is it springing back like it should, or what's it doing?
Yeah, look, yeah, it is, except the pedal is still not fully assembled. So that main spring that gets the pedal back to its like full travel is not installed because it was just in a really tight spot, and we're just trying to slap the car back together. So I thought that can wait.
Yeah, later, yeah.
We're getting full travel on the pedal, like in terms of how much it's going into the, you know,
So that's actuating on the gearbox.
it's actually, yeah. So it's actuating, yeah. So it's, it's doing full push rod travel. It's actuating on the gearbox side, and unfortunately, from what we can work out, yeah. So basically, you had the car on, you put your clutch in, you go into a gear, and it just grinds like your clutch isn't actually like engaging or disengaging, whichever, yeah, engaging. So we were thinking, I mean, like we've done everything essentially, and after thinking about it a little bit, we ended up giving up because it was like 7:30, 8 p.m. on a Saturday at this point, and we just thought, we just got to go back to the drawing board, see what's going on, and
what a
me
bummer.
and yeah, so it was. We were really excited to get the car going, and everything is back together essentially. But I think what we ended up working out, we were first thinking it was like something to do with the clutch kit. Maybe it was the bearing that came with it. I ended up getting another one. Wasn't that? We could see it all working inside the gearbox because you can sort of peel there's like a rubber, inspection panel almost. Yeah, and you can almost see inside. So you can see everything working.
And
But I think
so when you're pushing on the pedal, you can see it, doing its thing. So it's not the clutch springs, being collapsed or something like that.
no, and essentially I think it's the clutch fork assembly. We may have damaged it when we were putting everything back together, or it might have been damaged prior. I think what it's doing is when it's actuating, because it's got a pivot point inside the gearbox. When you put full travel of pedal into it, it's not actuating like enough so that it's pushing the springs in so it can engage the clutch. So I think what we've come down to is it's a bent clutch fork and potentially is also called a pivot ball, which is inside the gearbox. It sits like against the inner housing, and the fork actually pivots on that point to like touch the clutch spring. So I think that's the next step. Unfortunately, it's a gearbox out job.
Oh, for
So
the
gearbox is going to come back out.
that car, it's like gearbox out for what, the third time?
Yeah.
This will be the third time. Yeah. This will be the third time.
As I said to you earlier, Chad, I said, at least it's manualized. It's done. It's a manual car. It's just, I think it's just a teething issue. And then once it's just sorted, we can, it'll be happy days. No more automatics,
Yeah.
90 kilos of misery boxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd rather have
a non-driving manual car than a working automatic one at this point. So I feel better about it. So yeah, unfortunately, it's gearbox out. I've got to order the parts. Trying to find some locally, but doesn't seem to be much. I found the pivot ball locally, $40, fine. But the clutch fork itself is really hard to find, so I've got to ring around to a couple of clutch and clutch and brake joints, and hopefully someone's got it as well. What's that?
You tried Mr. Wigglesworth?
I haven't. I should ask him actually.
His mate up at Horsham might have one.
He might have one, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, good call actually. Yeah, no, I'll message him actually after this and see if there's any luck with that. Yeah.
Chad, did
So
you drive the car that gearbox came out of? Did you drive that to test the manual?
yeah, we drove it onto the trailer and then off the trailer here, and I
Okay.
drove it around like in and out of my driveway a few times, and it all shifts fine, no grinding.
Yep.
It's fully engaged, like it was fully engaging rather, and
Yeah.
um,
Well,
yeah,
that's a
I don't
really
know.
good sign. If that was the case, then yeah, it's obviously something in the way that it's been mounted up.
Yeah, and yeah, we thought, oh, did we stuff something or was it stuffed before? But it wasn't because I
No.
pretty much tried maybe the first three gears and they were fine.
Yeah.
And
Is the bell housing, does there need to be some sort of adapter with the bell housing or something?
not that I can, no, it's the exact same. It's just one gearbox that mounts to the Astron engine, and whether it's a manual or an auto, all we
Yeah.
have to do is change the flywheel stuff around
Mm.
from a manual to an auto, and we did that. And yeah,
Did
it's
you put
just
did you put those sandwich plates back in?
the which ones?
The sandwich plates, those little like small sheet metal pieces in between the block and the gearbox.
No sandwich.
I don't remember those. Where do they come out of?
They came out of the old car. They were in the boot of the car, I think. I'm assuming he would have put them on. Like, Paul Gatt's pretty good with that sort of stuff. So I don't think he would have forgotten. But I mean,
Sandwich plates.
because it might. I mean, that might be the reason why.
Does that sort of separate it
Yeah,
or something? Yeah.
it gives it like like a bee's whiz worth of
Like you might have everything doing full travel perfectly, but if it's too close or too far, it's not having the effect that it needs.
Interesting. So did that sit behind the flywheel?
No,
Between flywheel and
no,
engine?
it doesn't sit behind the flywheel. It sits.
Does
I think it just
behind
sits around it. It just sits around from memory. I couldn't remember. I can't
between
remember
the
how.
bow housing and the block?
Correct, between the bell housing and the block. Exactly right. Yeah. So it's like a little sandwich plate.
Oh yeah, no, that's there. Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
never
there.
came
Okay.
off the engine. Yeah, we didn't
Okay.
take that off.
Well,
Plus, if
they look different between the auto and the manual one. Yeah. So, I mean, that could be something.
You might have a thin sandwich and you need a chunky fat Helga's sandwich.
You need a sourdough rather than
Yeah, rather than a
then
gluten-free cardboard.
I was going to say, I was going to
see.
say to you, Chad, did you speak to our friend Julian? And I give him that part number, and did he say that was fine?
Yeah, he said that's the right one. It's all the, yeah, it's for that car and for that gearbox engine, etc. And from what I can see, everything that I've sort of read up
Yeah,
on,
it's all right.
that is the right thrust bearing. So that's correct. He goes, yeah, he even, as me and Paul were talking, he was like, it could be the clutch fork. So he goes that, and also the pivot mount they can wear out. So apparently it's a common thing with Magna gearboxes specifically. So yeah, he goes, did you replace those? I said no, that was like the only two things we didn't replace essentially. And but yeah, so that and the sandwich plate, that's the other thing that we didn't. Well, yeah, we kept the one that was on the auto, but we looked it up and it was, look, we didn't look at the thickness, I'll be completely honest, but the pattern was the same.
Okay.
The thing is, if it's any thinner, then I'm thinking that wouldn't have an issue. But if it was a thicker one, then yeah, sorry, other way around. If it was thicker, it would be an issue. It was thinner, it'd be fine, I think. But yeah, I think,
Well,
yeah,
lucky Paul Gatt can get those gearboxes out in about half an hour. So
he's definitely got it down to a fine art. Yeah,
Yeah,
like speed running it.
Yeah, so let's fix that up and let's get that done because I know you're dying to drive it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much all ready to go except for not going into gear. And the other thing we did was like we were just wondering what is the actual like, what happens if we have the car off, put it into gear, turn it on, and the wheels just spin.
Yeah.
So the wheels just spin like they're, the wheels are in the air.
Yeah.
And you put the clutch in, nothing. They keep spinning.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely telling you that the clutch isn't engaging. To take the speed out of the gearbox. So
it sounds like a clutch fork to me.
I had that years ago, Chad, on my Disco 1, that old 93 Disco, that did a clutch fork in the driveway one day, and that's all it was. The clutch itself was fine, but it still needed to be boxed out to replace the fork. But it snapped the end off or came disconnected from that ball thing or something sounds like very similar.
Yeah, it's quite frustrating because when you look through the the slave cylinder, like sort of
Inspection hole.
fork where the fork comes out of the gearbox, you can see the bearing touching the clutch spring fingers or whatever they're called. And you're like, well, it must be working because it's pushing on the thing, but it's just not pushing enough, I think.
Yeah.
There's the issue.
The other thing that those Magners had, like my mum's wagon that was the V6 manual, that had a hydraulic clutch line, that went like a
Yeah, a hard line.
like it wasn't even a hard line. I think it was a rubber line, and that would get. We had an issue where the clutch would go to the floor and not engage, and it was the line would sort of get bulbous. It would expand like it had movement in it because it was old rather than sort of
It's
holding that
inflating
pressure.
the line rather than
Yeah.
pushing the liquid, the fluid through.
Correct.
Interesting.
So we replaced that in that car. I remember once when the clutch sort of would go down and not come back. It just didn't have that hydraulic pressure to bring it back. I'm assuming you've got that line because it's now a manual.
Yeah, well, we
it's
took it
a-
off the donor car. Matty took it off, and all the lines that went with it. And yeah, we can't see any leaks. We can't see any weird stuff happening with that.
So you did a full bleed on the master and the slave?
Yeah, we did two. We did two
I mean,
sets of bleeding, and yeah.
You could replace that line, and because if it's not getting enough, it might have enough hydraulic pressure to get you so far, but not just that last bit that you need. And they are sensitive because you think about when you push a clutch in it, if it's not a worn out clutch, it'll move not far off the floor. So if you're not getting that could be enough to stop it.
Potentially. I might stuff around with the pedal and where the push rod is sitting, like the full, like how much to get the maximum amount of travel. But I don't know. We messed around with it for a while, and it just feels like there's something else, like a bent clutch fork or something. But I'll see how it goes. What's that?
There might be a good place to start because the pedal might have been adjusted for the. Well, I mean, the master's new, so you can still adjust it. Try adjust it all the way out and see if that will make any difference. So you get a bit more travel and see if that makes any difference at all because that might do it. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's box out.
Yeah, I'll give that a go before I take the box out again. So I'll do everything I can before I have to take that out again.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's me. I just didn't have the energy to come to the show on Sunday because I was really sore and very defeated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poor Chad.
Alan, updates with you.
All right. As I was saying before we had the technical difficulties, I was sampling Aussie's kebabs for dinner. 7 out of 10. Chips a little too salty, but they'll do. A nice mixed kebab.
Alan, you're still sideways on our screen. I'd class that as a technical difficulty.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah,
Make you better.
Welcome back.
I'll put some lights on. Wait, no, never mind. There's not a power in the car. Anyway,
kebabs are us review.
Yeah, that's it. Kebab reviews. Kebab Hunters was a sticker on Matty's
It was.
laser.
It was at one point.
We'll get a new one for the new laser. Anyway.
Yeah, I need one.
The D-Max is now basically at its service kilometers, but I think I discussed it a few times. I'm not taking it back to Isuzu. I think I've had enough of their shenanigans. I did, in the meantime, rotate the tires because I have access to workshops they're bus workshops, but they're still workshops. I decided on one late evening to rotate my tires with the permission of the mechanics. And they have these big old lifts that obviously lift up buses from the wheels. And I thought, well, one, it's probably too big for my ute wheels, even though I've got a big man ute. And two, if I lift it up via the wheels, I can't really take off the wheels. So I decided the next step was just to get a regular jack. They had a few jacks there. And I didn't want to get the biggest one just because I'm like, one, it's a ute. I don't need to lift up a bus here. But the one I got just was probably not the right size either. I probably should have just gone for the bigger one and not lifted the ute up as high, because I basically had to just take it to full maximal height and then quickly just get the jack stand under it and bring it down. And yeah, I was huffing and puffing and sweating. And they made the comment, they're like, we haven't seen you work this hard. I'm like, hey, my work is computer based. Yeah. And I, unfortunately, because I was lifting basically one side at a time, I wasn't able to do the rotation the way I guess it's recommended, where you would do your rears to the front and then you crisscross your fronts to the different sides, which I don't really mind. I was just happy moving the fronts to the rear because at least that way I can have a proper look at the tires, how they're wearing, and then give them a bit of an extra chance if I've got the rears on the front to minimize or reduce the level of bad wear that I was getting at the front from the first set of tires. But running my hands over the tires, and these ones I think I've now had them for about 20,000 Ks or more than 15, less than 20. They're not doing as rough as the previous ones were. So I think the previous ones at this point had already started getting pretty rough, whereas this set at the front is still pretty even. So I have sneaking suspicions that Isuzu may have, during my previous service, replaced some parts and just not said anything because I had complained about the tires being worn, and they knew I was after some kind of reimbursement for tires. I think they did the internal investigation, changed out the knuckles, and just said, "Don't tell him about it because then he'll know it was our fault and he'll ask for money for the tires." Because, like I said, I really don't feel that they have worn the same way since this round. But that being said, like I said, it's 20,000 Ks or less than. Maybe at 40, I'll see a real difference. But now that I've rotated the tires, maybe I won't. But I'm still at least on the lookout for it, that bad wear. Hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. But if it is, I'm coming for you, Isuzu. I'll be straight on a current affair being like, I just want a fair go.
I'll be quaking in their boots.
How many Ks on that car?
I am at, I think, 57,000 or close to 60,000.
And so you're not going back to Isuzu, that's it, just cracked it.
That's it, yeah. So this will be my 4th service.
Where's it going to go to now?
A good independent mechanic.
Okay.
Who I'm still looking for.
Okay.
I've got a couple.
Let me know when you find one.
I've got a couple of people that are on the short list, we'll call it. My side has always been, I don't really worry about having the cheapest mechanic. I'm happy to pay a reasonable mechanic a reasonable amount of money as long as you do the work you say you do. That's been my biggest pet peeve. Like, unfortunately, it's a thing in any kind of repair industry or service industry where you'll charge a customer for many a service but not actually perform them. You'll say you flushed the power steering fluid, but all you did was get a turkey baster and take the top bit out and put some fresh stuff in, that sort of thing. And like I said, if you're going to charge me $700 for the service, I don't care. But do the things you said you did. Don't try and tell me that I need drums and brake shoes at 43,000 Ks, Say, offer the shoes and then, say we recommend the drums, and I can at least say no to that. Don't just try and rort me for, what do they want? They want
no one ever needs drums. Drums outlast religion.
They wanted like $1,400 or some shit.
Piss off.
For drums and shoes in the rear. They're like, they're not going to make the next service.
Drums don't even work that hard in the back. They don't do much at all.
They just top the shoes. That's all they do.
Yeah, that's it.
And they said they're not going to last till the next service. I'm like, well, that's my problem, isn't it?
You won't get your 40,000 K old drums will not last the next service. And this is on an Isuzu, industrial agricultural ute. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. On a ute that does not tow.
Yeah. Even if it did tow, 40,000 K out of a set of drums, Kingswood's got 400,000 out of a set of drums.
Yeah. So again, a little bit of hate to Isuzu, but they're trying to sell things to me, and I'm like, I've had enough. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that I own my car and I can get a logbook service somewhere else. And that's the plan.
So is this warranty?
Sorry?
Is it still under warranty?
Yes, I think it's a 7-year warranty.
Okay.
But given how they've dodged the responsibility about the tyres, I don't know how keen they're going to be about warranties. But, under Australian consumer law, I believe if you get your car service under the logbook, system.
They've got to do all the things that are prescribed, by the manufacturer, and you've got to use genuine parts. But as long as you do that, then under Australian consumer law, you can take your car anywhere.
Yeah.
They might kick and scream and try and make it harder, but that's the law.
Yeah. So that's my plan at least. but we'll see kind of what happens. I'll talk to the old man, see how much he wants to spend. He may just say, take it back to Isuzu. I'll say, like, no, please. Maybe I'll change the brake shoes before I send it there. So I'll do the shoes myself and get them to just do the service and laugh at them. But that's sort of where we're at.
Try another dealership.
Oh, that might actually be not a bad idea, David. I think I might just go to a different one. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. I have been more keen on a Honda Super One, but I guess we'll talk more about that when there's closer to a launch and a price.
Are you keen on one, Alan?
I am keen on one. And are you?
Maybe
keen on
we'll
buying
have a his and his garage.
I was going to say, were you keen on buying the Jazz back for a reasonable price? But
I'll buy the
that can
Jazz
work too.
back. That was a nice car.
Yeah. So it's only got like 1,000 more Ks than when you sold it to me.
No, come on, surely not.
We'll do the math. I think it's probably no more than 5. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were using it all the time, but they loved it.
They don't go anywhere. But anyway, that's about car updates for me. Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah, so the Magna came back from being detailed and ceramic coated, and then I had some dents removed down the passenger side doors, and the really obvious one that was in the front left fender, as well as in the driver's side doors, and the one at the back, it still is there, but it's not as bad as it was. Took that to the event on the weekend, which was good, and then drove it to work yesterday. And I drove the Euro to work today, and the Euro's going in for pre-roadworthy inspection and spark plugs tomorrow. And then, and before that, I also caught up with you, Matty, on the weekend, and we went and looked at a car which I then bought. And yeah, so I've added that to. Yeah, and so I've added that to my very, very full driveway. And it's rather funny because it's the only one of my cars that's met family approval so far. So it's rather funny. But yeah, so.
I'm intrigued to see what this is.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Keeping it a secret?
Yes, at the moment. Yeah.
When can we expect
the suspense?
What date can I put in my calendar for the unveiling?
I think to quote Yes Minister, in the fullness of time.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Jim, I'm an old guy. I could die at any minute. You know?
It doesn't buy green bananas anymore.
Well, you'll have to hang on, Ed. Sorry.
I've been consuming a lot of medjool dates.
Well, perhaps dial down how much you're consuming then, Ed.
Jim, you wouldn't believe it. Ed has diabetes.
Well, on that topic, I was Googling before while we were talking, just as a little ad break, on this topic, and it said impact on blood sugar. Despite their sweetness, studies suggest eating dates in moderation does not raise blood sugar, even for those with type 2 diabetes.
Moderation.
Be honest, Ed, was that moderation what you just did with the dates?
That's moderation. And it says it's got a lot of fiber, which helps, make it a low glycemic index food. There you go. I'm having some more.
What do they classify as in moderation?
I don't know.
It's like
Just
about 3 kilos a week. Nothing wrong with it.
2 a day or something.
I mean,
2 kilos.
I might have 2 dates in a session.
Oh, yeah,
How many sessions? 12 sessions a day, no less.
Some with breakfast, some with dessert at the end. You want to bookend it with a medjool.
He's probably got the brown rain. He's that regular now. He's just happy days. He's just all about it. So,
anyway, enough on that. Next,
new car for Jim.
New car for Jim.
No, we're not talking about.
Yeah,
it's very upsetting.
So the only clue I'm giving you is that it's Japanese and it's the manual.
Oof.
So that narrows the field so much.
Japanese and Manuel.
I reckon he's got himself a Nissan Skyline.
Ooh.
Oh, Jim would never spend Skyline money.
I reckon he's got an old Prelude.
Or would Jim?
Spill the beans, Jim.
Hang on, no, but Jim already has a Prelude.
Yes, but my Prelude is automatic though.
Any other updates, Jim, before we move to David?
No, that's all. Thanks.
David Prince.
Not a lot this week. I went to the aforementioned event as well and took my newest car only because it's the only Japanese car show that it can go to because it's too new for Classic Japan. Yeah, so no, I've got one of my son's VF Calais 2 wagon at the moment, which still has a dodgy tailgate. But I'm thinking laterally, he doesn't need it for the next week or so. So I'm taking it to a panel shop, interestingly, because I think it might be an alignment issue. And I spoke to someone.
When you say dodgy, what's it doing or not doing?
So the little solenoid releases it's got a soft close gate on the Calais, and he's had trouble with it before, and it seemed to be fixed, but then it's not fixed now. So the tailgate won't open. So the switch doesn't even engage when it's after it's sucked it in. So he has to climb in through fold the back seat forward, climb in, shove a screwdriver into the thing and turn it anti-clockwise, and then that releases it again. When the doors open, the solenoid works fine, and it clicks and it opens and closes with the button.
Because my friend from work has the same car, but not a Calais, like in an Amiga or something, same wagon, and he has the exact same issue. And I'll be keen to hear how you solve that because he was asking me about that car the other day.
Okay, well, this panel beater who I've used previously, a lovely, lovely bloke. He says, look, it could be one of two things. It could be an alignment because I think that car, we know who the owners from new, and I'm pretty sure someone ran into it in a car park or something, and the tailgate was repaired. So whether it was actually not mounted properly, but he said it'll either be that, he said, or the solenoids do go lazy in them. And sometimes when they're shut tight, they physically don't have enough strength left. So you can just buy the solenoid. So so that's a work in progress. So I'll report back next week. I should have some idea about that.
Updates with me, not much. Picked up a whole bunch of parts today for my laser that all came in. So it's pretty much ready to get whacked into the car. It's also going to my
don't use that terminology, thank you. That's
whacked into the car.
Yes,
It's a little bit triggering for those of us who contributed to your new car.
Installed into the car.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you.
By factory trained technicians.
So that and then it's going in after that. So it's going in on the 19th to get the timing belt and stuff done because I called the place that it came from. They only apparently get serviced at once, and they sent me the receipt. It was just an oil and filter change. So just for my own peace of mind, I'll put the timing belt, water pump, and do all that. But I'm going to do the shocks and brakes and stuff myself because I've got some time. Then at the end of so that's going in on the 19th, and then it'll be going to the panel shop on the Friday of that week, and that's where it will stay for a little bit of time to get all its work done. So I'm going to see if I can offer to do a bit of do trim removal and stuff to kind of cheapen the price. So pull the headliner out and stuff, just drop that, and so I can take off the roof rails for a bit of David printing. So they can be repaired while the car gets painted. So we'll do that. What else have I done car-wise? I think that's pretty much it on my car updates, gentlemen. Now to tonight's topic of Classic Japan. So I've done it again. That's 2 weeks in a row, gentlemen. I think you're in the wrong event.
Classic Japan.
Classic not Japan. No, this is Sakura Picnic. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt today. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, good event, terrible weather. So I think that was the general consensus from everybody that went there. Some cool cars I hadn't seen before that rocked up there. Some usual stuff that we see. But I wanted to get your opinion on the day, gentlemen. Obviously, it was wet and rainy and windy. Then it kind of cleared up in the afternoon. As soon as I left, it cleared up apparently. So that says all you need to know about me. So then wanted to get your opinion on the day and your favorite cars that you saw, gentlemen.
There was a MR2 there, a white one that had something extremely rare on it.
Yes.
That I was going to steal for Matty, but there was just too many people around. So
you hate that. Just when you see something you really
I thought it would brighten his day. He'd love it,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
no, there's people everywhere.
I know.
Um,
So this
was
was an AW11 supercharged Japanese import, two-tone.
and
Uh,
they were factory roof racks.
Factory racks for an MR2 AW11, which is funny that they're unique to that car, Scotty. It's, they look so cool. Like, I can see my car with a little surfboard on the top, just there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Uh, so
Would have looked good. Um, but yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't really be able to find them very often.
no, they don't come up ever.
Rather rare. Near the near all the people that are selling their stuff, there was a nice Fair Lady Z there.
Mhm.
Ooh. Yes,
Um,
I know a bit
I don't
about
know
that
if it was.
car. I just chatted to the owner about that one.
Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was very clean. Had a good brake upgrade there for the front. Um, in case anyone didn't see it, I'll see if I can kind of show it to you.
Yeah, it was tasty.
What's it there?
I thought
Very
that was the I
nice.
thought that was the Mighty Car Mods one for like a second. I had to double take in it, but it's not. And it was a beautiful car, Scotty. I had a good look at that car. I really liked it.
Hmm. It was owned by the guy that was manning the Donington's tent.
All
Who,
right.
yeah, so I had a chat to him about it. Yeah, he had one when he was younger. He had a 260Z. And he said it's the only car I ever regret selling. He said so. He hadn't had that one too long, and obviously paid the premium and paid the price literally for getting rid of it. But he'd always wanted to get one back again. And but yeah, that was a lovely bit of kit.
Mm.
And interestingly, I hadn't noticed before. I mean, I suppose I had, but it really struck me how much of the detailing was so petite and reminded me of the 2000 GT.
Mhm.
yeah.
Especially around the side windows at the back and stuff like that.
Yep.
They're a good looking car, and they're a good size. Like they're a really good little sports car.
Mm.
Um, you park one of those next to like a 300 ZX, to which there were plenty parked outside. They're completely massive, and they're tiny. So I was a big fan of that car. Liked it.
Another one that I liked was the Tommy Mac Evo
Yeah.
that was there. That I mean, you can't go wrong with one of those. You don't really see them around that much anymore.
No.
And another one was this, and we all kind of, I think, agreed with it.
Oh
Was
my
the
Yes, the Salik.
original blue Celica, still had the hubcaps,
Mm.
white wall tires. It was just
It's gorgeous.
yeah, really, really clean. Great example.
That is a 71, David.
72. I spoke to the lady about it.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I learned something from that car, which I didn't realize the subtle differences between the next model with the early cars 71, 72 had the flat tail lights, whereas the later cars had sort of, each lens was sort of a separate block.
Yeah.
And I know that because I've actually got in my garage in a box a new tail light lens for one, and but it's obviously for a later model. Also, the petrol filler was between the taillights in that car, that turquoise
Ah.
car. So because she'd had Celicas before, and she said when she got that one, she thought there was, she thought, well, where's this? She'd never had one that early, and
Ah.
she didn't realize that until after she bought it and went to fill it with petrol, and the petrol filler wasn't in the side where she expected it to be.
Did she, excuse me, did she give you any history of that car?
Yeah, she's restored it. Yeah, I mean that far and away, hands down, was car of the show for me. And
Oh, it's been what, painted and upholstered and
painted and upholstered. But it was ordered auto and air from a dealer in Melbourne. She couldn't remember the name of the dealer, sadly. But it was such an unusual color for those early cars, and it was all factory color.
yeah.
She said the only thing that wasn't on it when she got it that is on it now with the white walls, but they just look perfect on it.
Yeah.
Suited.
Yeah.
Even the little dragon badges on the the quarter trims sort of in front of the rear wheel. She said she didn't realize that they were actually different on the early cars to the later cars. So she'd actually got a new set of them, but they were from a later car. So she actually cleaned up the ones that were on this car and reused them again.
Kept those. Wow.
So cool.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
was
It
lovely.
literally took my breath away. I was standing there when she sort of drove in and had the hazard lights flashing and the headlights on because the weather was so appalling. That was just chucking it down. But yeah, no, that was absolutely stunning. I just loved that. Took me right back. I did have driving lessons. My aunt used to have one, and I did have many driving lessons in an LT Celica.
Mm. No, it's very cool. It was gorgeous, and you can see that they were inspired by a Mustang with the in
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
to fill it up with fuel.
Yep.
I didn't know the early ones did that. I thought
No, I didn't either. I didn't either. It was really interesting talking to her, and she, yeah, because she'd noticed having been a part of the restoration of the car. She knew all the differences because it was so different to the one that she'd had previously. But
anyway.
yeah, that was it. That was a highlight for me.
Scotty, was that your list?
Yeah, yeah, that's my list, and that was my number one.
Yep, David Prince that's obviously your number one. What else was on your list of the day?
It was interesting the cars that weren't there. Interestingly too, some not 1 Century this year. Um,
That's true.
I-
I saw one driving out from the car park as I was driving in.
oh, okay. Well, there were none on display.
Right.
I'd be interested to know, and I will make the inquiry. We've got a committee meeting for our club next week, but I'll make an inquiry before then with one of the committee members I know for Toyota. I'd be interested to know how many people registered for the event and didn't come,
Mm,
given that the forecast was so bad,
mm,
and because the numbers were significantly down on previous years,
mm.
but understandably, given that some people probably didn't want to bring their car out and what could have been a real mess. And I think previously, a few years ago, it was an absolute quagmire there. It rained for almost the week. And it wasn't that bad because it had been so dry for the sort of 10 days leading up to it that the rain did sort of soak away pretty quickly. So I don't think anyone got bogged. I don't think I saw anybody have to get dragged out. But what else did I enjoy? There was a really lovely little white Exa there.
That's
And
on my list.
I really like the little Melbourne Daddos sticker on the back, which is
Oh,
the
yes.
was Melbourne bit of beer. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was a very nice, there was Toyota IQ there. That's a pretty rare car, the little Toyota's answer to the smart car. Two-door little thing that looks like it's a caricature of what it should have been.
There's one on Facebook Marketplace right now for sale.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm asking for that.
I think it was mid-teens.
Wow.
Okay.
So
They
that's too much.
had the Yaris. I think they had a 1.3 Yaris engine in them, I think, from memory. There was a very cool, or couple of nice Liberty RSs. I do like an early Liberty RS. That was very cool. I took a photo of the white blade that was there. That was pretty cool too.
That's the only one there
It
too.
was the only blade there.
And of course, our Magna friends came along too. We had a good turnout of Magnas. James Harris and his beautiful burgundy car that used to belong to Tom. Is it Tom Phillips, the
Yeah.
late managing director of Mitsubishi? There was also a cool TP Safari wagon that's an ongoing restoration project, but it was there on its club plates with a board. No, actually full reg. Actually, it's not club plated at all. It's on full reg, but light metallic blue, sort of two-tone with silver down below. It had a surfboard on the roof. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We actually had Honda had a manual CRZ, which is the express car from Honda Australia that Mr. Bunting was instrumental in reuniting with its original number plates from when Honda had it as a test car. And parked next to that was a red first-gen Insight, which was one of less than 50 that sold brand new in Australia. So there were quite a few people. That's popped up quite a few times on Instagram. I think a lot of people haven't ever seen one of those before, probably.
A couple of guys were standing next to it, and I just happened to be sort of walking past to go to get food or something. And they're like, "What's that? wow, and they're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I can keep walking or I can tell them. So I thought, oh, all right, I'll tell them. So I was like, one of 49 sold in the country, it's like this, they did it for economy and blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, right, never seen one. Like they're quite intrigued by the insight.
So that's your pick of the litter, David Woods?
Yep.
Jim Barlow.
Yeah, I think, like everybody sort of touched on, obviously the weather deterred some people. There was quite a good magnet turnout, which also included a TMR as well.
Yes.
And I think the other things I liked looking at too was there was quite a good spread of Hyundai N cars there. There were also quite a few 323 Estina there with the pop-up headlights and a nice, I'm assuming what was originally an SP20, I think. In terms of, I think, the car that probably brought me the most joy there was, I think, probably that Blade, actually.
Oh.
Oh,
But he's Blade.
Yeah, I just
Only
felt
one left.
happiest walking around it. So, yeah, that was my car of the show.
Edward Bunting.
well, next time I see you, Jim. Sorry, next time I see you, Jim, you'll I'll throw you the keys. Take
Okay.
it for a drive.
I thought you were going to
Thank
say
you.
you get him some Majul dates. Scotty's dishing them out like candy
I'm making friends.
in a very strange way.
So how do you make friends, Scott? Well, I just give him a bag of Majul dates.
It works.
Edward
Uh,
Bunting.
There was a beautiful red MR2 Gen 1 like yours, Matty.
Oh yes.
Scotty and I were wandering around that. It was for sale for $29,990. That was very clean.
I worked on that yesterday.
Oh, really?
I know the owner, yeah. Yeah.
Is that,
I
that's,
told
not
him-
that's not the people from the Honda Car Club, is it? It's
No,
not-
no, it's another one. He lives about 3 kilometers from the people in the car club that have got one.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
wow.
140,000 Ks, I think, from you. 140.
Like that. It really clean.
It was lovely, but he was only there because I'd been talking to him during the week. He's got a lot of top end cars,
Yeah.
but like a lot of people as of a certain age, where the MR2s were like so evocative of that time of their lives.
Yeah, yeah.
Saw that and bought it. He's done a bit of work to it to bring it up to where it should be. And he'd been wanting me to do some trim work on it. There was some damage on the dashboard and some holes where the old phone kit had come out of the console.
Mhm.
And he rang me last week. I said, "Oh, you should bring it to Sakura Picnic." He said, "What's that? What do you mean?" But he did it. He was smart about it. He actually took it down early, parked it, and then went back home. He said, "I could see it was going to rain. I didn't want to get wet," so he got picked up and then I caught up with him at the end of the day, and then I'd had the job booked in for Monday. So I had a closer inspection on Monday morning.
Yeah.
That was a lovely car. Yeah, he'll get the money, I think, for it. I mean, it's a real.
It's very nice. What else did we like, Scotty, on our little tour? I also noted those racks, Matt, on the other white MR2. I don't think I've ever seen one with the racks.
That's Subaru Sandbar.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a little all-wheel drive carry thing, I think. That's always cool. Like you, Jim, I noted the Estina, the pop-up light Estinas. You sort of haven't had them there before.
No.
The fact that there were 3 or 4 of them from the Mazda Car Club was nice.
Yeah, all in a row.
Couple had, or one at least had a chrome nudge bar on it, which I liked as an accessory. Yeah, they're very cool, particularly the SP. And I was talking to Sam, who's one of the Magna guys, and he said, "Oh, I'd love an SP." And one actually cropped up today, and I sent it to him, a white SP manual on car sales for like 4,400 or something. And Jim's nodding his head. Jim sees everything on Facebook Marketplace. Do you do any teaching, Jim, at all? Or are you just crawling Marketplace like me?
I thought you should know I'm too busy striking Ed to be teaching, remember?
Yes, on the strike days you can look online. But I think they're a cracking car because the SP particularly, they were a 1.8, not a 1.6. They had the power windows, the sunroof, electric tilt slide thing, and alloy wheels, and of course the better motor. So sport seats, I think you got
They
as
were
well.
essentially a Corolla SX equivalent, weren't they? Really?
They were, yeah.
Yeah,
They were.
really, a really nice little thing.
They were actually, like, I spoke to someone about one years ago, and it was like it was always the automotive journalist would buy an SP
Yeah,
for
for
his
their
wife.
for the wife.
Yeah.
And that's I've heard that same thing. And the standard car was good, the 1.6 whatever, but
Yeah.
the SP was the one to get.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, now I mean for 4,000 or something for a really tidy car in marketplace, I think that's a great club car buy.
Yeah, a mate of mine had one for years, and he did like his one had done 400,000 kilometers, and it still went like an absolute rocket ship.
Yeah.
It was a great. He loved it.
Well engineered.
Yeah, it was a good car.
And hashtag, pop-up lights. That's just
No,
always.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. That'll do me.
my pick was the SP20 that was there,
The dark grey one.
dark grey one. That was a little bit modified, but it looked really cool. The wheels are worth more than the actual car, but that's okay.
Oh.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
that's it there.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's had the optional.
Got some lips and things
Yeah,
on.
so like the standard lip, he's put lip on lip, but that's an actual Mazda speed lip. It's like they're quite sought after, but he's put a lip on underneath it, which I don't think it needed. But yeah, the paint was really good in it.
Well, you're gonna have to say she with that one.
Got some lips.
Oh yes, sure. I got you. Sorry, straight over my head.
Like collagen.
It looked good. It had like little touches that from the American car. So I think they've tried to go for the Mazda Speed Protege or look. So they're the American headlights.
Okay.
And the Mazda Speed's got that lip and front bar and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, did the aesthetic quite well, I thought. There was a really nice couple of crowns there. One of my students brought his crown there, which is cool. It was in a weird purple plum color, which is quite rare apparently. But there was two of them parked, one in front of the other, which was kind of cool. Obviously that AW11 with the racks I thought was really, really cool. But no, look, there was some cracking cars there. There was obviously saw Scotty's car there. Jim, your car looked fantastic after the ceramic coating. The water was just beating like crazy on that thing. It looked good. It was nice. Got a nice sneaky photo. I got to send David Prince of the RS, but I'll get to that a bit later. And I actually saw the Vienta. It was really tidy.
The Vienta.
It's a very, very tidy car.
Look, it looked better in the rain than it does in the dry it had just been detailed, so the water was beating off that beautifully as well. Yes,
I thought it was quite good. So, but look, obviously there wasn't as many cars as there usually is, but again, I guess people didn't want to be standing out in the rain, but that's okay. I got to see Mr. Wrigglesworth there. It was good to see him. He brought the beige wagon, which is always a bit of a crowd favorite. That car, I think it's a real cool car. Yeah, I saw that Century on my way in as it was leaving. So I got my Century fixed for the day. So I was kind of happy. But yeah, some cool Evos and WRXs. There was some nice Evos and Rexes parked next to each other, which I thought was cool. One thing I did think about thought was a bit weird. There was the RS Turbo Liberty, but it had an Escort sticker on the side of it. I was like, what are they doing?
I'm just looking at that.
Yeah, I was like, what are they doing? So it had an RS 2000 sticker. So I looked at it and I was like, it's a funny looking Escort. But then Scotty proceeded to read out quad cam 24 valve. Yeah. 16 valve, whatever it was. He's just, and I'm like, yeah, that's a David Prince sticker. He's all about that sticker.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, look, a good event. They always put on a good event. I can't wait for Classic Japan at the end of the year, and then basically, go from there. We'll see what we bring.
Which you'll have to call Sakura Picnic, of course.
Sakura Picnic, yeah, because I haven't been able to get this one on a complete mess at the moment.
Classic Picnic and Sakura Japan.
Sakura Japan, yeah, I like that. Yeah. But anyway, that was the event. Let's get into the car quiz, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Ready to roll.
You know the rules. 10 questions plus bonus questions. Alan had to leave, so he won't be calling shenanigans at the moment. But we have got a lot of players today. We've got David, we've got Jim, we've got Chad, we've got Ed, we've got Scotty, and we've got Rob, who's fresh from he should be all fresh, Rob. You should be revitalized of the mind since you've been back.
Anything about VinFast and the Vietnamese cars, I can tell you.
Yeah, done. Done.
We don't want to know.
It just so
Oh,
happens the theme of the quiz is that.
yes.
Uh,
So score check for overall. David's winning. He's on 6. Ed and Chad are on 1. So Chad got the chocolates last week. So
well done, Chad.
he's defending his title this week. So Chad, everyone's looking at you for this. No pressure or anything.
Of course.
He's like no pressure like the pressure of getting him the Majul dates.
Like,
He's like, I'm going to burn these bloody things in a minute. Question number 1, let's get into it. Question 1. The Ford Laser in the 1980s was in its heyday. It sold very well in terms of market share. Its market share of the small car segment in its prime was what percentage?
Ed.
I think closest to Ed. Ed.
Of the segment that it played in,
Segment that I played in, yeah. It was what was its percentage?
I'm going to say it was 38%.
38% says Ed. I'll give closest to, actually. Scott.
32.
32 says Scotty.
Jim. 43.
43 says Jim.
Rob. 45.
45.
Chad. 37.
37. I like it, Chad. I like it. And David.
I'm going to go 40.5.
40.5. The answer is 30%.
Oh.
So Scotty on the board. You get the chocolates for that one, mate. Well done.
Right.
Bonus question. For much of the 80s, it was the 3rd best-selling car in Australia, the Ford Laser. Only behind what other models?
Jim.
I'll give you a point for each. Jim.
Holden, Commodore, and Ford Falcon.
That's correct, Jim. 2 points to you.
Wow.
So for the majority of the 80s, it was the 3rd best-selling car.
Wow.
Geez, how times have changed, gentlemen. How times have changed. Question number 2. The Honda Civic Type R now starts at how much?
Oh,
Jim.
David just got in there.
Well, I was talking to the guy who just bought that blue one. I know, and he told me what he paid for it. I'm going to go 80,000.
80,000. I'll give closest to.
Scott. 78,990.
78,990 says Scotty.
Jim.
Yep. Jim.
79.3.
79.3.
I think it's what Scott said. I think it is 78,990. I'll go 78,980.
78.
I think Scott's right.
Chad.
Chad.
78,999.
78,999. And Rob.
78.2.
78.2. You're all miles off, actually. It is $85,000 now is what it starts at.
Holy moly.
So the chocolates go to David just by $10.
$10.
I think so David, you get the points. That's at 85K. Part of the reason why is that they've added as a standard feature now the carbon fiber wing, which was like a $6,000 option. But that's bumped the price up quite substantially.
Carbon fiber.
But warms my heart. That means you can still order one. So
You can.
Ceased production yet?
I was actually reading something today about it. The reason why it's partially the reason why it's so expensive is because they've got to pay such an expensive fine when they bring them in because they don't meet emissions.
Oh, okay.
To the Australian thing.
Yeah.
But they have to sell like 2 or 3 Civics to offset it, and they're not doing that currently, unfortunately. So that's why they're jacking the price. But bonus question: the FL5 when it first got released in Australia was what price when it was introduced?
Jim.
Chad.
65.
65. I'll give closest to again. It's not 65, but I'll give closest to. So Jim was next.
73.
73 says Jim.
75,990.
75,990 says Scotty.
What car are we talking again?
The Civic Type R when it
first
FL5,
came
the
out.
current one, when it
FL5.
first came out.
Oh, how much was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy money. I think it was quite good. I'm going to go like 69.5.
69.5.
I'm going to go 69.9.
69.9.
Rob, 67.
67 says Rob. The answer was 72,990. So Jim, you were very close, so you get the points.
Very
So
nice.
that is a 12,000 or near also $12,000 increase in the space of 2 years, which is just insane.
So what year was that?
Longer than 2 years, hasn't it?
Oh, sorry, no, 3 years. Sorry, 3 years. 2023, it got first. It was first offered in Australia.
It cost more than a Mustang.
Yeah, which is well, not anymore. The new Mustang's 90 grand for a GT. So, yep, that's not ideal.
Hey, Matty, if only our pay went up that much in 3 years.
I know, right? I know.
33%, I hear.
Yeah. Inflation.
I went with 69.9 because so many reports when that car came out were like, people think spending 70K on a Civic is absolute madness. Like how on earth can they ask that? But all those road test reports by the final paragraph were saying actually it's a
Worth it.
cracking value,
Yeah.
for what you get.
It is worth it, absolutely, for 72,990, absolutely worth it, completely worth it. I told Mum, I sent her the article that I read. It came out yesterday or the day before, and she's like, "It's how much now?" I said that was her first response. So but
You
no,
got a great deal.
it's yeah. She got a very good price, my mother, if that's the case. She's like, I should put it online and see if I can get money for it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. She probably would with the case it's done.
Yeah, it's done. It's just hit 5,000, I think. So question number 3. With Toyota's domination of the sales chart month on month, who was second in April? Jim.
Mazda.
Incorrect. I think Scotty was next. Scotty did.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you're
Ed.
unbuzzed. It's David, but David was then because
Ford.
No, not Ford. Ed.
Ed. BYD.
BYD is correct. Well done, Ed. Second most sold cars in Australia, BYD. But see,
No,
I think no, I think they're doing their dodgy thing, which is what they're doing worldwide. I've got to send you guys this documentary about them.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd like to see that.
They basically say they sold the cars and then they sell them as secondhand new. They've got like 1K on them, just to get through, through the ships and on the road, just to make.
Because they've got to be registered to count.
Correct. Yeah.
Can't be registered. They've got to be registered, I think, to a end user or something. I don't think they can all be demos.
Why in Australia?
So in Australia, like it's worldwide they're doing this. It's like they're doing it as secondhand new, which is like it's like a weird thing. I'll send you this video, watch it. You'll be like, freaking hell, this is crazy. Question number 4, Rob. This one's for you, Rob.
No.
You ready?
Yeah. Fast.
Rob's favorite car, the Transit, was
Yes.
recalled. For what reason?
Ed.
Because
you move shit in it, you're in transit.
Yeah. No.
Oh, Jim. Was it because there was a mistake in the owner's manual?
There was a mistake in the owner's manual. Well done, Jim.
Matty, what is that? What mistake?
I have to go back to.
I think there was a typo or something in the owner's manual, so they were recalling the transits to fix the owner's manual because it comes in a PDF. Yeah.
Something to do with
What did they call it in the owner's manual?
They called it
to do with the diff oil.
The diff oil.
They're
Yeah.
putting in the wrong diff oil.
Hang on, are you saying it was? Oh, hang on, I'm confused.
There was a recall for
a
the
recall on the transit
for the owner manual. Yeah.
for the owner's manual.
Yeah.
There's a typo in the owner's
So
manual.
the car wasn't recalled; the manual was recalled.
It classifies as a recall for the transit. That's just says all you need to know.
Oh, there you go.
They'll recall for the manual, but not for the friggin' diff.
Diffs. Yeah. As I said, Chad's uncle is still enjoying working on the diffs and no recalls.
Well, I
yet.
hope he didn't write the manual.
Yeah. Question number 5. The modern era Mini Cooper is celebrating what?
David. It's 25th anniversary of release.
Anniversary, yeah, well done. They're selling 25th anniversary.
Does that make you all feel old?
Yep. Question number 6. Midnight Purple is a Nissan color, as we all know. It is now to come back on what model in the Nissan range? Chad.
The 400Z?
Yeah, I'll pay that. The Z, yeah, absolutely. It's a bonus question. It's coming back on a specific badge model. What is that
Jim?
called? Jim.
Nismo?
No, incorrect. They've announced it for a special edition. The second word's edition is a first word. So something edition.
David,
David,
the Midnight Edition.
not the midnight edition. I would be
Oh,
buying it.
That's
Would
just
you?
Would be a
silly.
good name.
It is. Scott,
Is that the final edition?
not the final edition. Not quite.
The limited edition.
The limited edition is not correct either. Edward Bunting, I think you're the only one left.
He's gone to sleep.
No, I'm not asleep. I just don't know.
Say a word. Just put a
Say
word.
anything.
What do car companies like to focus on? Sometimes with models.
Profits.
Yeah, it's not called the Profit Edition. It's called the Heritage Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heritage.
Heritage. Subaru likes to do a
Yes,
heritage.
Subaru likes the odd
They
limited
do.
Heritage.
Question number 7. What was the first all-wheel drive Australian car ever made?
David,
All-wheel drive, keyword, all-wheel drive. David.
the Mitsubishi Magna.
It would be the Mitsubishi Magna. Well done, David.
Oh,
That was the first one. It beat the Adventurer and Territory.
I had one of those.
Yeah. Wow.
The last 3
Yeah.
are brochure questions, gentlemen.
Oh, we like these.
So we do like the brochure questions. So let's get into them. First one, the key features of this car. Now this is back in the. I'll give you an era. So I'm going to give you a price. So this is in the 2000s from like 2006 or 7 onwards. Recommended retail price $41,990.
41,990 driveway.
No more to pay. All right, so let's get into it. The German designed and engineered blank, 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 blank. A lot of blanks.
Blank, blank, blank,
Blank,
blank.
blank, blank, blank.
So it's 4 blanks. Features head-turning sports styling and delivers a great performance feel to your driving experience. It features a performance-bred 2.5-liter Duratec 5-cylinder turbo engine.
Jim?
6-speed manual Jim.
Is that a Ford Focus XR5?
It is not a Ford Focus XR5, incorrect.
That's
6-speed
what I
manual,
can-
6-speed manual transmission, sport suspension, DSC, and emergency brake assist and traction control, anti-lock brakes, state-of-the-art airbag system comprising of driver and front passenger airbags, driver and front passenger side
Ed.
airbags.
Scott.
So who was that, Ed?
Ed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ed?
Is it a Ford Mondeo something?
Yeah, Ford Mondeo is half it. What is the other half?
Yeah, it's the sporty one.
Oh, what's the sporty one called, Edward?
Can't remember. I don't like them.
So you get 0.5. Who can finish it off?
Chad.
Chad.
XR5.
XR5 Turbo. Well done, Chad. So that is the XR5 Turbo Mondeo.
It was a Mondeo XR5 Turbo.
Yeah.
They weren't cheap.
It
were
was the same running gear as a Focus
they? Mhm.
XR5, but just in the body.
That is absolutely correct. I'm going to get to my next one. So we've got 2 questions to go. With only 125 made, this unique machine is so limited that it's only available at selected blank dealers. However, for the fastest few, this exclusive Aussie muscle car offers supercharged looks with a supercharged all-aluminium Boss V8 capable of delivering road-dominating 335 kilowatts of power. And a staggering Scott.
Is this the it's obviously Ford.
Yeah.
Is it the Boss? The one where the GTHO version that they made
No.
with the shaker bonnet?
Not quite. I'll give you 0.5 because it is a Ford.
Yeah.
Jim?
Anything with a boss has to be a Ford, doesn't it?
Does Jim?
Is it an R spec?
It is not an R spec, but you're very close. Its stopping power is equally impressive due to Brembo 4-piston brakes up front and single piston calipers on the rear. But with so few blank blanks in existence, it will really be the case of first and best dressed. So special features that this car has that makes it a 1 of 125. Shadow leather interior, reverse parking camera, unique matte black striped package, gloss black 19-inch 5-spoke alloys, piano black interior, bimodal quad exhaust, black upper and lower grills, black fog lamp bezels, all black bumper.
David.
David.
Has it got SVO in it somewhere?
It doesn't.
Okay.
An all black diffuser. So it's a limited edition. I'll give you a hint. It's a limited edition GT Falcon, but what is the edition called?
Oh, I got it.
Yes.
All black edition.
But they're all the New Zealander edition. I'll give you the other 0.5, Ed.
Chad,
It's the Chad.
is it GTP?
It's not a GTP. It was a GT Black. They only made 125 of them.
Oh,
Black.
Yeah, GT. Yeah, that's it there. That's the GT Black. You can see.
wow. Okay.
So quite a rare car. They did, very, very
Quite a
rare.
rare car. How many of those still exist?
Yeah.
Probably every single one of them, I would say.
Yeah, they're all in like a bubble or whatever to keep preserve them.
Yeah.
I think there'd probably be more now than there were as
Yeah, that's right. There's only 470 left.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, last one. Blank Edition has all of the four-wheel drive capabilities you expect from Blank, with an additional styling and comfort for your next big adventure away. Blank Edition is available with a 184 kilowatt V6 MyVec engine, producing 329 Newton meters of torque, mated to a sports mode automatic, or choose the turbo diesel in either sports auto or manual transmission with 147 kilowatts of power. Ed,
That is a Mitsubishi Pajero.
it is a Mitsubishi Pajero. Well done. But what Mitsubishi Pajero?
Well, the MyVec was the 3.8 V6, and the 147 kilowatt is the turbo diesel 4M41.
That is correct. It's a special edition that they released.
Oh, Dakar edition or
Not
something.
the Dakar edition. Oh, I'll give it to you. It's the platinum edition.
Yeah.
So
So
They
it's got
did
the
that, but they did
3.2
platinum
liter.
over like millions of
Diesel?
Pajero years. That's not
that's it there.
a thing.
That is the car quiz, gentlemen. Let's add up the scores. Rob yet to score. Chad, Edward, Chad and Scotty 1.5 each. Ed on 3, David on 3, and tonight's winner on 4 is Jim. Well done.
Well done, Jim.
Well done. Yes.
Done.
Good work.
Jim, you are officially on the board. So David hasn't won in a couple of weeks. So I think that there's alarm bells ringing. In David's So yeah, that is your car quiz, gentlemen. That is your car quiz. I was going to do one that was a bit. I was going to do one for the Morgan, but I was like no one's going to get that because like who remembers the Morgan era?
I like a Morgan.
I know you do, Edward, but I don't think
Why you
do
discriminate against me?
because you're a Ford guy now. You're
I'm a lot of different people.
Specifically, he's a Ford Ute guy.
He's a Ford, correct? Ford Ute guys.
You haven't seen the Ute yet. You're gonna fall in love.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I can't wait.
Rob's just shaking his head.
Rob, have you driven a straight gas Falcon Ute? Like Eco LPI? Have you driven Eco LPI?
I'm sure I have, yeah.
That sounds like you need a refresher, I think.
Been a while. It was a work ute, but it was a while ago.
There you go.
Fastest car in the fleet.
Yeah. It's not slow.
No, they boogie.
The other day I zoomed off from the lights, my dash mat ended up in my face. I had to get more Velcro tabs to hold it. That's how much torque we've got.
Actually,
Oh, boy.
did you consider any little LPG searching the VE Commodores?
Yes, I did consider initially, but the Barra motor is just so far superior.
Oh, look
No.
at it.
Or an LPG Magna.
Yeah, again. Barra motor.
Was there a factory LPG Magna?
There was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder how many are left.
In
I wonder how many are left.
my TW book, when you go through the different models, there is an LPG TW. Yeah.
Like straight gas, not a dual fuel.
Not a dual fuel straight gas.
Whoa, that's rare.
Yeah, I wonder how many are left.
Yeah, one.
There's a job for you, Jim. This week on Marketplace, find one of those.
You're going to complete the collection.
Absolutely got to play the collection.
I reckon Wriggles would be down for that if you did. You'd buy that.
No, what I've got saved is a 380 ZRX manual.
Well, that would be the logical progression from your.
It would be the logical progression, yes.
And then a TMR.
Very similar to your current car.
You've got to buy it before someone takes the engine out and puts it in a Magna.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Everyone does with a 380.
What else? Yeah. What other cars came out factory gas? There's an Orion? Well,
I
think
don't think
so.
Orion's you could get a factory.
no.
I think
I think
you
it
can't
was
get a
Holden, Commodores, Falcons, obviously
Mac
that
Dennis.
the Nissan 200.
How about a
Yeah,
not a Hilux, a Hilux? That's something I
It
remember.
might
yeah,
have
highest
been.
is
Yeah,
dual
I think
fuel.
so.
You can get
Dual,
Yeah,
I
dual
think.
fuel.
Jewel. Okay, yeah.
Some offered factory dual fuel, not
Yeah.
aftermarket dual fuel,
Oh,
but
even that's pretty cool.
I think that's it. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone else did straight gas.
Mm,
Yeah.
We had an EB Falcon that was dual fuel.
Mm.
nice.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
was factory dual fuel.
The
Yeah,
duals,
wow.
there always seem to be running issues with the duals. Just that was it was never happy on A or B or whatever.
If it's
Yeah.
if it's dedicated, they're a lot better. I remember fun fact, all the in-house Ford dual fuel conversions were done by Tickford back in the day. They took them across the road from
Oh, right.
when they were built across the road in Campbellfield to another to one of the streets, and they installed the factory dual fuel setup.
Mm.
So
Cool.
Joined a gas group on Facebook, like Australian gas.
That's going to be one of the most niche like pages on groups on on Facebook.
And it's interesting they're all commenting on different things to do with gas.
Who's
Obviously,
laughing now? How many of them?
there's a bit of that, but obviously it's disappearing from a few petrol stations. Not everyone stocks as much gas as they used to. Victoria is the king. We've got 580 something stations with like
happy
out of
days.
the states, we're the highest. But someone posted the other day and said, "Oh, it had been gone from a particular station and now it's back." So I'm adding it back in, which was nice to see.
That's cool.
So anyway, who knows? We might have 5 years, 10 years worth of gas, and I don't know. You might at least.
Oh, you got more than that. Every forklift, every
Well, yeah, but it's not that the
machinery
there
at the
maybe
airport
won't be
runs on
gas. It's that
LPG.
who's going to stock it? Are they going to bother stocking it for
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
The issue is that we
And,
actually produce it.
CNG gas Civic in America. That was a pure gas.
Yeah, CNG.
Anyway,
Some Asian markets too, I think.
we can before I'm owning a giant paperweight.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy. Question, gentlemen. I've been requested to ask you guys if you know anybody that's got a car for sale, hatchback, preferably up to $8,000. That's somewhat new.
Scotty.
Oh yeah, Scotty, you've got a insight.
Hang on, did you say somewhat new? That rules that out.
Well, new-ish.
Century.
That's newish.
Yeah, it's newish. Yeah. How much you after
This
for that?
century, David.
Sorry?
You said this century?
That's right.
That's
What
funny.
about a Vienta?
I would think I
Last
asked about
century,
I
man.
actually mentioned the Vienta, believe it or not, in this phone call I had this afternoon. But
So
she's like,
silky smooth to drive, silky.
and I recommended that, but she's like, it's for my mother and she wants a small car. Because she's
How about a
not a
Volvo?
great driver, put it that way.
What about a Volvo XC40? All the mod cons.
All the mod cars,
Hundred
bit out of the price range. Bit out of the price range.
Can
Get
you
fine.
do it for 8?
Absolutely not.
So if you got any ideas, gentlemen, put them.
If they want to take mine as is, 5.
5. Okay, cool. All right. Very good.
I think they'd probably look at the mileage and get frightened, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably, but
Probably.
that's all right. I'll put it out there. So I'll say, look, I've got this. It's a good car. Yeah, give it a go. It can't be any worse than what she's got. She can't open the back door because she's backed into things. So,
boy.
we'll do some plugs. David's words of wisdom.
Yes. The person you think. Let me start again. The person you think you need the most will teach you that you don't need anyone.
Oh, geez, these are getting better every week.
Thank you. I try.
Say that again. The person you think say that you need the most.
The person you think you need the most will teach you that you don't need anyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. It's
You're
like,
right.
yeah, right.
I'm not sure what to do with that.
Right. It's all right. I'll talk to you later about that, Edward.
If you could unpack that for me, I'm a bit dense.
I think there's something in that for all of us.
Rob's overseas bike tours.
Yeah.
Mechanical, firefighting, electrical, neighbor hating,
No,
transits.
That's settled since I haven't restored any cars over the last few years.
Okay.
Yeah, so council hasn't been knocking on the door, so it's all good.
Well, we have to get it started again, Rob.
Yeah, I'll have to restore a car soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
We still got to pull out your P76.
Yes, let's go.
yeah,
I'm keen
that's a
for
lot of
that.
work.
Yeah, I think it's time for that.
I'm keen for that. Rob, we've shown on this podcast what you can do when you band together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We get Matt a laser.
Yeah.
We can, get Chad at 3 transmissions. Doesn't matter that.
That's
So
true.
if you get us all around and put on a barbecue,
Oh, there you go. Done.
That's all it takes.
you will
Rob,
be on the
just,
sand. I'll be,
couple of packages of sausages.
Yep.
People flock to your house.
I'll do a potato salad. Everyone's happy.
We'll all have a panel to sand back and block back for you, mate.
Yeah.
Done in one
We're
day.
there. We're there.
I mean, but I'm joking, but I'm also sort of not. Like, that's what these things need. They need working bees where people get involved and it's more fun.
Absolutely.
True.
Because when we all bash our heads against the wall in a garage on your own, well, it's sort of no fun. It's just the cars can defeat you. But when you get together and you okay, solve that problem, solve that problem. Who do you know who can do that? And then you bang, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it.
Maybe I'll do that with my Renault. You do it with your P76. I'll do it with my Renault Resto.
I think this is a good option.
Mm.
Go on, Rob. Let's pick a day. Let's make it happen.
Oh, I'll think about it.
Scotty's golf tip of the week.
Golf tip of the week for today is, if you notice on your golf balls, they've got like a little marker, a little line pointing in the direction. When you're on the green, remember you are allowed to pick up your golf ball as long as you got a marker down there. Use it, line it up properly, sit it down where you see the pin and the angle that you want it on. And you'll notice a huge difference. You'll be 2 putting instead of 3 putting in no time.
Like it.
Is that like the optimal direction that ball will travel?
It's just kind of like a guideline for yourself to line up with the middle of your putter and where you want to hit it, the direction.
Okay. Cool.
Like it. Chad's delivering it and magnet transmission swaps. So
Yeah. I'll take it apart and then probably won't be able to put it back in. And
No, I think we're very close, Chad. I think we're very close.
Yeah.
But see our boy there. Edward Bunting, buy, swap, and sell.
Vienta 99, 174 Ks, 3 litre, silky. Priced at 5,250 on Marketplace. Volvo XC40, 23,900, drive away on car sales.
You'll be surprised how many people have shared me your bloody Vienta this week.
Really?
Yeah. If you're my mates, they're like, oh, you like Camrys? Have you seen this? I'm like, yes, I know, I've seen this car.
Oh, what, like other just randos?
Other P randoms, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So,
well, that's good to know.
It's shared to me probably like 2 or 3 times, actually. Yeah.
Wow, that's good to know. It's getting a little bit of traction.
It is. Jim's car taking, driving a car near you, I suppose.
Yep, absolutely. And also, I'll pivot slightly this week and mention a fuel saving tip because I saw an idiot doing it, I think, this week, which is if you're in an area where you can see that a light is about to change, don't race up to it and then dive on the brakes. Do try and see if you can coast and maintain movement before the light turns green again, and you'll be amazed at how much fuel you can save.
Jim's fuel tips, like it. Like and share our Facebook page, Car Talk, TORQE with Matty J. If you missed any of our previous episodes, they're all up on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasting app. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to us there. Check out our merch. Go online and you can get the merch through our show notes here, but it's printlocker.com and type in Car Talk Store, or you can support the show by becoming a patron to our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Car Talk Podcast. We are also on YouTube, so all our latest episodes are getting uploaded there, as well as on the Spotify's and the podcast worlds. So check us out there. Gentlemen, honor as always, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.